Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the Fusion Planner. Just like I've got you used to it, if you've been following my channel for a while, I try to, give my opinions and my thoughts on the Fusion Planner every time it is released. So, I can tell you where you can double dip, where you can save on energy, where you should go hard, and, all the other stuff. Honestly, at the first look, kind of like my thumbnail says and my title says, this one seems to be like one of the best, if not the best fusion ever. But the schedule looks a little bit easy. Like, I'm hoping that this doesn't mean that they're gonna make something crazy hard later on. But for the beginning, if you have a look at the schedule, it looks kind of easy. First of all, let's have a look. Like, let me give you my quick opinion about this champion as well, because I haven't done a video on him when he was released. So at the end of the day, he just seems to be kind of like a Duchess, like most people have already said. He heals on the A1, whereas Duchess does a shield on the A1. He does a cleanse on this one and heals all allies, then places block debuff. So on a 3-turn cleanse, which is insane, cleanse, heal, plus block debuffs. This can be good for arena, can be good for dungeons, for clan boss. Being on a 3-turn for 2 turns, that's insane. Then there's the AoE revive with 50% HP and turn meter, and then places strengthen. This one's on a 4-turn cooldown, kind of like Duchess. Again, same thing. Duchess revives, puts veil and continuous heals. He revives and puts strengthen. Again, pretty solid. Then the passive. This is another thing that's kind of similar to Duchess. Allies receive 5% less damage from skills for each buff on them. Stacks up to 25%. So again, Duchess has the 25% damage reduction, which is lowered to 15% against bosses. But for him, you do have the condition of having buffs. But to be fair, at the end of the day, if you're talking arena, if you're talking dungeons, if you're talking clan boss, everywhere else, you're definitely going to have at least 3-4 buffs on all of your champions. So you're going to get some solid damage mitigation. And then at the end, he brings an ally resist in all battles. He has good, decent speed. Actually, let me check in the right one, because that one might grow up. Because if you click, it just shows him at 5-star. So if you go into the Lizardman, yep, he has a decent speed, 105 is not so bad. Good defense, 1300 and 21 KHP. So overall, he does seem like he has a pretty good kit. And I feel like this guy's gonna be good. Doesn't matter what point in the game you are. It's kind of like a mighty Uko. I was saying if you go back and watch some of my, I'm not sure if I still have some of my streams, I'm not sure if I mentioned my video, but I did say 100%. When he was released, I did mention he was going to be amazing for the sake of arena. And, people are like, nah, he's not that good. The passive doesn't work as intended. Well, look at it now. If you look at plat pushes and everything, he's in like half of the team. So, this guy seems like he's going to be another one of those ones, especially because of his affinity as well. Being forced affinities, he's going to be a good counter against the Trandas, against the Rotoses, against all the magic ones. We do have lots of Void nukers, but how many people do actually have all the Void nukers or the best ones, But yeah, let's jump in and have a look at the schedule now that we talked a little bit about this guy. And I want to explain why I said, in my opinion, that this one seems to be pretty easy. Or at least it starts off to look as easy because, up until we actually see the event and the tournament in the game and the milestones that we have to hit, I cannot talk. But just looking at the Fusion Planner, this seems pretty easy. It's, it's one of those standard ones where you can get a total of 155, where 40 of them are from actually placing on 1st or 2nd in the tournaments. So Ice Golem, Champion Chase, Classic Arena, Fire Knight, Champion, all these ones, they're going to be 1st and 2nd place, are going to have 5 fragments on each of those ones. So that's the way you can, you can get a total of 155. But let's scrap those off, the 14, you have a total of 115 that you can get. The one that usually I suggest to people to skip is the Summon Rush, but that cannot be that easy because you actually have to place. However, one of the first reason why I believe this one's going to be pretty easy compared to the other ones is because the Summon Rush is towards the end. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see, 6. Yeah, you have 6 tournaments that are gonna happen up until the Summon Rush. So you can see if in those 6 ones you actually manage to place 1st or 2nd, you can entirely skip the Summon Rush as long as you get everything else. Because this one gives you 20 fragments, and without this one you would be at 95 fragments if you collected everything else, okay? Without placing, that's what I mean. So if you're at 95, you get another 5 rounds of the tournaments and boom, there you go, finished. That's the fusion. So this is the first reason why I believe this is really, really easy. The second reason, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is actually the first time that we're having, you know, Ice Golem and Dungeon Divers, and then another dungeon going, like, you know, they're overlapping. I think maybe the previous one still had the same, but before you used to have like Dragon or Ice Golem starting, ending at the same time, and that's it. You would finish your Ice Golem points and you would still have to make another 1,000 points in Dungeon Divers, which was not so good. However, now, if you're smart about it, and you know, depends how you use it. If you're free to play and you don't have the possibility to do Ice Golem with Champion Training and Dungeon Divers at the same time, you know, all three of them, by farming with somebody like, let me show you, for example, what I'm doing is I'm going here and I'm farming this, I'm putting my Battle Khazar, and I'm straight up going with 5 with food in there, and you know, that's a job done. You can easily do that. I'm farming stage 25. You can do stage 20. You can use Battle Khazar. You can use Tomb Lord maybe on different ones. Like this one, Tomb Lord would not be good because he's wrong affinity. But there's Myceliac Priest, or there's Crypt King Growl that I showed he can do it on 20. You know, there's several other ones in case obviously you have the option of doing that. So you just do this, and while you get your points for the sake of the Ice Golem, you get the Dungeon Diver points, and you work alongside on the Champion Training. So this one's is just perfect. Then after I would suggest though one thing: do not go hard today. Save your resources, just use the energy that you have today, and then that's about it. If you want to commit some gems towards that one, do it tomorrow when the Dungeon Divers actually starts. Today, just use your daily energy, save up whatever you have saved in the, you know, in the what's it called, tournaments, in the events, because sometimes you get some energy from there and you can save that up. Then tomorrow you can go hard. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest tomorrow, and maybe even see how much you do tomorrow in Ice Golem. Then on Saturday, finish the Ice Golem up. Don't wait till Sunday, just finish Ice Golem up on Saturday. And then whatever you have left to do from the Dungeon Divers, you can start doing that on Sunday. Because you have the whole of Sunday, and then Monday it ends, so it's not reliable enough. So on Sunday, finish your Dungeon Divers. In the meantime, the Champion Training is still going, and you kind of need to see where you are at with the Champion Training as well, you know. So if you want to make it easier, just finish the Golem on Friday, focus Champion Training on Saturday, and then on Sunday start doing the Fire Knight. The reason I'm saying that, Fire Knight is is the only dungeon that you cannot solo with. Like maybe there's some duos. I don't really know if I've seen stuff like that out there, but Fire Knight is the only one that you cannot have, you know, a solo and 4 food champions. So you can do that for Spider, for Dragon, and for Ice Golem, but not for Fire Knight. Then if you move on, you know, for the artifact enhancement, it's pretty simple. Do you have a silver or not? And you know, if you don't have the silver, you're gonna be farming Champion Training anyway. Stage 12 free, that gives you the best amount of silver, plus all the shields that you sell. It's gonna make it easy for you. Then we move along. Fire Knight is a little bit tricky because the thing is like this. So you finish Fire Knight, let's say you finish the whole of the Dungeon Divers and the Fire Knight on Sunday. Then on Monday you continue to do the Fire Knight. Then you have a Tuesday that's kind of like a break day. So it seems like Tuesday is a bit of a break day, and Monday, you know, even Monday, I guess, unless you just invest everything in Fire Knight. What you can do in these days is you can start prepping some more food for the next Champion Training that's coming, you know, or you can start farming something else. I don't know, maybe start farming some Spider to get you more silver to prepare for the next artifact enhancement. I would suggest if you do finish the Fire Knight pretty early, then start farming more food, you know. But still, I believe that you should finish the Dungeon Divers with quite a few points. So it kind of looks to me like there's very few places, like at least for the first 7 days, where you should need to use gems to actually complete it. Just by using your daily energy with the advanced quest, with the, you know, the login energy plus the daily energy, it kind of looks like it should be pretty easily done. Then if you move along, on Wednesday we have the Champion Training starting. That starts at the same time as the Dungeon Divers, and then on Thursday we have the Spider. So basically on Wednesday you can start doing Champion Training, or if you're feeling confident, just finish that straight up if you have food prepared from the previous days. Because, you know, Spider soloing is not that easiest. You know, not everybody has those people, but it can be done with, again, Crypt King Growl, Walking Tube Drang, Acos the Seer. I have those videos on my channel, so if you want to see how I do it, just search on my channel, Spider Solo, and, you know, you might have those champions, and you might want to build them, so you can, again, double dip, Champion Training, Spider, and Dungeon Divers, which can be easy points, guys, you know, you can get lots of easy points. The arena stuff, again, is just log in, do your arena fights, refresh as often as you can, and that should be easy. Nobody should ever miss getting the milestone ones from arena. Then the only one that's kind of like out of place is the Dragon Tournament. This one's not double dipped with anything else. So Dragon Tournament straight up starts from Sunday till Wednesday. It's, you know, that's about it. There's not much you can do about it. Just farm it, hit those milestones, and it is what it is. But yeah, this one seems to be kind of easy to me. The only thing, it's like this: the other reason, the last one, why I say this is so easy, in my opinion, is because we have the champion chase tournament this weekend. And we also have the 2x Ancient. Honestly, 2x Ancients is the best and easiest way to make points for the sake of a champion chase, because you have higher chances of getting epics from Ancients. And you know, if we have a look at how many Ancients, for example, I have, when I been pulling them left and right and saving them from the clan boss and the dungeons, I have 56 just as free to play. I'm quite sure with these 56, I'm gonna hit the 2,500 milestone, which is usually the champion chase, easily. If I'm stuck, I can always pull some more mystery shards, or guess what? I have 2 epics in here that I can pop, 500 easy points. Always keep in mind, for the sake of champion chase, you do not need to pull shard. You can use your past fragments like the epics, past legendaries, you can fuse Relic Keeper, you can fuse Broadma. Like, I could even finish the champion chase if I have a look at what I have saved. Yep, I could even finish the champion chase if it's like I said, without pulling any Ancients, Voids, or Sacreds. I could just pop the 2 epics, fuse a couple of Broadmas, and maybe pull a few mystery shards, and that's it. That's my champion chase. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. I'm quite sure you're not going to be able to win that one when it comes to, like, you know, getting the 5 fragments, but just hit your milestones, move on with your day. And then we have the Summon Rush again. For the Summon Rush, you can save your shards and see what happens. Like I said, if you see that you can get 5 fragments for on the tournaments, till then, just entirely skip Summon Rush. If you don't want to do that, just pull to get those 5s just to be on the safe side, and you're good to go. But yeah, this was a little bit longer than I actually expected, but I hope I did put it across, and I hope you do understand my the reasoning behind my thumbnail and my title, saying that this is an easy schedule. It's all because we see everything that's gonna happen, and we can plan accordingly. We can plan and see, okay, can I skip the Summon Rush? Can I do this? Can I skip that? We have the double dipping, the triple dipping that we can do. So, you know, one thing that I'm really sad is I wish we would have started the free-to-play challenge one week earlier. If we would have started it last week, I would have 100% tried to go for it on the free-to-play. I'm not sure I could have done it because, you know, the points keep going higher, but I would have definitely tried to go for this one, because for a new account, fragment fusions are easy. Classic fusions are hard because you need to farm the pots, you need to farm them to 5-star. You might not be at the stage where you can get the higher level pots. So that's why always fragment fusions should never be an excuse for people to skip them, you know, unless you pull all your shards always when you get them, and then yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it. But this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep an eye out for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna start a free-to-play challenge. I'm gonna do that on my stream tomorrow night. I'm gonna do that tomorrow during the day. I'm gonna release a video as well as, like, you know, day 1 of the free-to-play challenge, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be really fun. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.